Hey guys, welcome back to Shay's World. I am your girl Shay, and next to me, I have
Your boy Malik back at it again
we
with
back
a whole
at
nother
it.
episode.
We are on episode 4, friend. Episode 4.
Yes, it's getting thick. We're in the
It's
thick of it
getting
at
it's
this
getting
point.
thick. It's getting thick. I'll just say right off the bat, for me, this was a good one. I guess we could really just go ahead and just jump right on into it. We're back on track. Uh Episode came out today. It is Thursday as we're
Yeah, yeah.
recording, so
New
we
episode
make
out
it
and we are right on it. It's hot. It's fresh
fresh,
out the oven.
fresh. So
Who
it
just went
starts.
home?
Um,
Lauren just went
yeah,
home.
this is fresh off the rims of Lauren going home, fresh off of what was that? The whole
Who was supposed to go?
CJ.
Justin versus yeah. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Justice versus Vaughn, and then CJ's choosing her alliance with Justin over Lauren,
Hmm.
and then the girls just getting mad, and then Vaughn playing the game.
Yeah, we left off with Resident and all of them spying on the girls in the room. So this episode opens up with at this point CJ done packed her bag. She's getting ready to get the heck up out of there. And Paula comes in. They have a little discussion. CJ states her case. They kind of move on from it, but CJ's like, I can't stay in here. I'm out. And she
Paula
takes.
was like, "Yeah, you can't. Sorry,
Yeah,
love you, but
everybody's
yeah,
really
you
mad at you right now. I
can't." Oof.
I think Paula kind of forgave her a little bit. Like she kind of, okay, I can understand
Yeah,
why you did what you did, and I can understand
she
why
didn't want to
you're
be mad at
leaving.
CJ. Nobody
Mm,
want to be mad at CJ for real, to be
no,
honest.
honestly. So yeah, she's going to take Joey's old bed. So now she's up there in the room with Tech and Joe. And then after that, we have downstairs to Justin and Kristen are talking. They come to a resolution. Now for
You
the
think that was a
drama,
real? You think that was real? Yeah.
yeah. I do. I do. Um, you can kind of look at both of their body languages and tell it was kind of like guards down because Kristen was very vulnerable in that moment. She's like, you think because you've seen some things on Vanderpump Rules, like where did that come from? As well as Justin was kind of very transparent in his reasoning and was remorseful about how low he went. So I think that was genuine. What you
Okay,
think?
I believe that. At first, I was like, it's not. I mean, you can say it's water under the bridge, but it's never water under the bridge. But when you say it like that, maybe so. Because they are about growth or whatever. So
Now, for me personally, I was happy that this moment happened, but for like storyline purposes, I'm like, we closing out drama too quick. Like it happens and then it's resolved the same night. Like
well,
I
yeah,
need
but that's
some
kind of
day to day
okay.
lingering drama. No, because then there's never a target. Like there's
It
never
is.
just a target.
Well, I mean, in the case of like for this show, like there's like there are storylines that are ending, but there are new ones or like outlasting ones
Mhm.
that are like popping up or continuing. So I don't know. I feel like right now the show is doing really well with maintaining them and keep them interesting. And
Well,
besides, Justin's on one team and Kristen's on another team anyway, so they're going to be going at it again.
true.
Well, anyways, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. All right. So it's the next day and we are at this goat competition, and this whole day competitions is going to be geared towards medical reality show and competitions, so like your Botched or your Dr. Pimple Poppers and things of that nature. So the
my
first
folks love Dr. Pimple Popper.
oh my gosh,
Oh my god.
I do not like stuff like that. I
Me
literally closed
neither.
my eyes through this challenge and just kind of like, yeah,
Yeah, this was a bad one. I didn't have to close my eyes or like nothing, but I was definitely like, I would hate to do this. Over here talking. Did you hear when Tosh was like, "Don't pop don't pop that pussy blue, don't pop that pussy."
Listen, oh my gosh, I meant to ask you when I first cut this camera on. I meant to ask you, Malik, do you have your big dick energy?
my, my big dick goat energy.
Brother said we need some big dick goat energy, like some
Okay, that
humble
part.
big dick energy. It's that. I was like, come on, confession of gold. Come
Yeah, fact.
on. I didn't
Yeah,
really.
because yeah, they got that.
They definitely did. So the guys ultimately were rooting. They wanted a guy win. There's really no strategy to this particular competition. You had to bust balloons or pimples, and if you had a when you bust, if it's blue, you're safe, but not really. And if you bust and it's yellow, you're out. So yeah, Wendell wins this competition. It's not really much to talk about in this competition, at least I don't
Did
think
you
so.
peep? Did you peep when Davon was like, the game is musty, the puss is musty, my opponents are musty.
Yeah, I was like, oh, like, don't y'all do these like first thing in the morning? Why are they musty?
That just took
Um,
me out. And
yeah, I was.
yeah, there wasn't really much for me to discuss. I liked Wendell's little show at the end of when,
What happened? Oh
when he
wait,
was
when he did his
when he was crawling on the ground to the face.
that was cringy for me. It was very cringy. It was the whole goat. That was I was like, okay, you
No,
know what?
yeah, that goat shit
That's
was
what I
weird.
get for saying last episode. Oh, it wasn't as cringy with the whole goat thing. And then I get this scene, episode 4. I'm like, see, I spoke too soon.
Because first of all, wasn't Tosh doing a donkey?
Yes,
Anyways,
yeah. Wendell was making goat sounds.
yeah,
I
and
just
she,
I ain't like
but
it.
yeah, that was a moment. That was
Yeah, I didn't like it. But
um,
ultimately, Wendell wins, and you know, Tasha lets him know, you won the competition. You're safe from elimination. You get to choose the teams tomorrow, unless I can buy your win from you. And it's for $5,000. Wendell fakes as if he's not going to take it, but he takes the money
he almost made me mad. I thought he was being for real for a second.
and
I
wasn't
was
going to
gonna be
take
like,
it.
I when he was like, I really want to take that. I was gonna be like, Wendell. He was like, Nah, I'm gonna take it. I was like, you doing too much. You doing too much.
Yeah. Would you have taken so clearly you would have taken it. You just said it.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, definitely.
Mm,
All he would have been like, all he had to say was 5,000. I was like, okay, yeah. You didn't even have to tell me you was bringing out no big old check. You ain't had to say nothing more. Have it.
got
Window
it.
was safe anyways. Nobody was finna vote for Window.
Yeah.
At least I didn't think so.
At least that's how I felt when everybody was selling him, like, "Take the money." I took that to mean y'all are saying, "Take the money, you're safe," because you just
Mm-mm.
told me I'm not safe.
That could also mean take the money. I want to vote you off. I wouldn't trust nobody.
Exactly.
That would just be me
Exactly. Like,
fully
that would've
taking
been
the
an
risk.
easy vote off. But, yeah, like, no. That would've been an easy vote off. That would've been, it put everything back on even playing fields again. But anyway, so
So the only person that was really safe. Wait,
There was no official guaranteed safe person going into the competitions challenge. Whichever team won would ultimately be safe. Whereas it used to be the team, you could be on the losing team, but be the GOAT and still be safe.
and still be safe. Okay, okay.
Hmm.
I understand now. Okay.
Yeah. So that is that. It's back in the house. You got Chef Jason cooking dinner.
Oh yeah,
Me and Chris sitting
also
around talking. What?
my bad. I was just gonna say it was nice that Wendell got that check. And then he also reveals that, he has a kid. His partner isn't in her third trimester and they finna have a child. So that was very nice. Do that, brother. Do that. Do that. Take that cash home.
I'm just trying to figure out how you won
Congratulations.
$1 million and you need 5,000.
I mean, yeah, enough. You could never have enough money in today's economy.
I'm
I'm
just
a
saying, when you
billionaire.
won,
You
I
know
understand he wasn't a father at that time, but you win that type of money, you put some money to the side for whatever may happen. But I don't know.
Maybe he
5,000
owed
is
the mafia or
5,000. I
something.
could use
Shit,
5,000 right now. So hey, let me stop.
I could use 5,000. I
We
could
could
use the
all use
million.
5,000. The million
Maybe
too.
I'm on the GOAT season 2. Watch GOAT producers. Thank you. This is my audition tape. I would like to be on
Think
the
you should do
season 2
it. You should do
of the GOAT.
it. So yeah.
Thanks,
It's not
because I
really
need that
much
200K.
that part. Uh, I didn't really know much about when they went back in the house after the original GOAT challenge for the day, other than the fact that Wendell and Devon had a conversation where he kind of like just tells her his side of how why things went the way that they did. Where I think Wendell messed up is he goes, I did what I thought I did what I thought was right for my people, and you know how we are about that my people word. So Dave
Yeah,
looking like, I thought I was your people. And I think what he should
right,
have said was, I did what I thought I needed to do for my game at that time. Never saying I didn't want to work with you in the future or we weren't still together, but for this particular vote, we just couldn't go together. So
right.
I don't think he played his hand as best as he could have with that conversation, or at least I feel like he should have maybe followed up with another conversation. Because if we can see from her confessional, she's like, "Yeah, I'm not really buying it."
Yeah, she's not fucking with him no more.
Yeah. So
That's very unfortunate because I was really looking forward to their alliance because those are two very strong players. They basically are leading, in my opinion, they are seen as the leaders of the two halves of the house, which is
mhm.
unfortunately boys versus girls. So,
But I
um,
also I kinda like them working on opposite sides. I kinda like him having the boys and she having the girls, because then I feel like if they go to the end, it was kinda like a fair thing versus them, they're the 2 real gamers in the show. We know they're gonna make it to the end. At least, Wendell had his team behind him if he makes it there, and Devon had hers behind her to help push her there. I don't know. Maybe, just something different. I don't know.
right,
Kind of. So,
sure.
um it's the next day. It is the challenge, and I got really really excited when they did the drone shot of what the challenge was going to be after, like, when they said, okay, I guess I'm getting ahead of myself, but it was like my favorite childhood game, Operation.
Oh,
Like, I
Operation.
loved yes, I loved Operation.
No,
Um,
Operation just used to piss me off. I'd be
I
like,
mean, no, I
girl, I
never won
can't.
now. I never won. Could never get it, but I enjoyed it. So yeah.
I
Ultimately,
said, what? So, I'm sorry. Before they got there, they were talking about CJ snoring. That somebody ever brought up my name and told me I was snoring in front of the cameras on national television, that would be an immediate fight. Who do you think you are? Excuse me? Don't you ever in your life? That is, I was not snoring on the
She said
cameras.
she don't snore,
Okay.
she was just breathing hard. That's what she said.
That is it right there. I was breathing hard. Okay.
Yeah.
How dare you? I would be like, how dare you? I don't even know who said it. I just said not them calling CJ out for snort. Don't you ever in your life.
Yeah, I think it was
Uh,
Joe. It was Joe that called her out.
of course it was. Don't you,
So
Joe? How dare you?
I
How,
know, right? Like you don't do anything. That's probably the most excitement y'all have in that dang on room is her snoring.
oh my goodness.
Him nor Tech have really done much all season. I mean, Tech gives us, funny confessional one-liners at the challenges and stuff, but
Joe is
outside of
very
them,
quiet.
they're both
Joe
very
is
quiet and not seen in the house.
practically an extra on the show right now, and
Right.
I'm not sure how he made it by. He almost got booted off because of that. If Tasha
Mhm.
hadn't shot at herself in the foot, he would have been gone. To be honest,
True. So,
so
but still, like, okay, that's over and done. Why is he still here? Like,
because Devon and Justin got in a fight, and Lauren got because of it, and then we're here now. So I don't know how. Well, at this
he's
point,
also
Justin. I
been on
mean,
the winning team every time,
Joe's. Yeah, literally. Has he every time?
except the second episode, except when Tasha
Oh
went home. He's been on the
wow.
winning team. Rex has been on the winning team every time. He said so. He was like, this is
Oh, he
his
sure
first
did.
time.
This
Yeah.
is just luck of the draw for them. That's
Hmm.
crazy. That's insane.
So it's like, as much as we were saying, like, the girls are kind of running the house, they're actually outside of Joey. They're being picked off one by one.
The boys are starting, and this
Mhm.
episode, their dominance has started to become well, really in episode 3, like near the end when they
Mhm.
got Lauren voted out, that's when it really started to show, and it started to shake the girls up, literally. It was
Yeah,
not
because
feeling
Joe was out of there. Joe was out of there. Only reason Tasha went is because the girls ended up flipping on Tasha.
it.
So, okay. All right. Well, it's time for
I don't even know how we got there.
the ultimation challenge.
No, this is the elimination
We're at
challenge.
elimination. We didn't even talk
Yeah.
about the ultimation challenge.
What is the ultimation challenge?
The ultimation challenge. I'm just calling it the ultimation challenge because he calls the elimination the ultimation. We're at
So we're
the
both talking about the same thing.
Yeah, we're at the elimination challenge.
Okay, okay.
Um, so yeah, the elimination challenge, it is basically, like I said, operation, but the players are going to walk through the maze blindfolded to retrieve, the same concept, how you trying to get the piece without getting shocked. And
They literally get shocked.
they literally are getting shocked, friend.
Are you kidding me?
Right. So, and then one
Whoever
person on
came
the
up with
team is the
this?
caller. The teams are Wendell chooses Davon, Jason, Joe, and CJ. The other team is Justin, Kristen, Tech, Reza, and Paula. He chooses Jill to sit out, and she chooses to tie her fate to Wendell's team. Jill is very, very smart, and I think Wendell knew what he was doing by calling Jill as the person who was safe. Well, as the sit out person. What you think?
You think he knew she was gonna choose him, his
Yeah.
team?
I think him and Jill are really cool.
I don't know, but Reza seemed to get Reza was not happy, and
Reza
I
was
was like,
not
"Baby,
happy at
not you
all.
not showing you showing your colors like to her. Like, don't be up, don't show that you upset. Like, be upset, but don't show that you
Mhm.
upset." But he was like looking him up and down. He was like, "For real? Like, this what you finna do to me?" He was not happy, but I mean, I don't know. whether or not Wendell knew. But if so, that was very smart. Ten toes ahead, 10 steps ahead. Because
Absolutely.
if I was you, I'd have been like, girl, fake it hell. I'm going over there because bitch, fuck you.
Well, I'm just saying, why didn't he choose Reza as the person to sit out, and then Reza could have chose to give his fate to him?
Oh, and now I understand why Rizzo was so pressed.
Yeah,
Okay, I see, I see.
Reza could have still been safe and not done anything.
Right.
Yeah. So
What part? What would you have rather been blindfolded and walking through the maze getting shot, or would you have rather been outside screaming at people?
I would have had to go through the maze because I don't talk loud enough. I'm forcing myself to talk loud right now because I'm so far away from my mic, and this is as loud as I can get.
You
So
can,
no,
you know,
I can't. I can't get louder than this.
Erica, but you have yelled at me.
I have been yelling, yeah, because I'm pissed. I wouldn't like.
So all you gotta do is look. You gonna be out there. You saw Justin was getting mad at Kristen. You would be getting mad. You would start. I said, right,
But
right.
when I get pissed, and I'm yelling, my voice gets really, really squeaky. So I don't know if that's necessarily. I don't know if you'll be able. You might can hear my voice, but I don't think you'll be able to hear what I'm saying because my voice it changes and it gets squeaky. That's
Right.
why I hate to yell.
Mm,
'Cause
I
who
don't like.
takes me serious when I'm yelling? Because
Yeah, I
now
was
you're
gonna say.
laughing at what I sound like.
I would have to go through the maze too. I can't. I couldn't.
Mhm. But I
I
would've
yeah.
just wanted to do that because I like doing stuff like that. Like, I wanna go
No,
do something
I
like that.
wouldn't have enjoyed getting shocked. But I'm a good listener, and I feel like this was a pretty simple challenge. To be honest, I feel like it's.
I feel like you can feel that you're close to the dang on wall, and if I know Imma get zapped,
I'm.
take a step yeah.
You know.
I'm going through the maze sideways. I'm not walking straight. I'm walking sideways all the way through
I'm
here. Like, what you
sidling the
saying?
entire time. Nah, like facts. Like I'm being very cautious. I'm listening. If I was on was Devon Purple, if I was on that purple
Mhm.
team, I guess I would have no trouble. But Justin was still yelling really loud. So I think Christian is just really hard of hearing.
Yeah, she had to just be hard of hearing, or she panicked, or she didn't like the shots, or something because she just couldn't get it. She couldn't pull it out. Unfortunately, Reza didn't even get no. What was it, Paula? She didn't even get to have a turn because
It
Kristen
was
was
like
outside
they
of
were
the
like
damn
three
course.
people behind, right?
Yeah, Kristen was on the third one. She was on the third one.
She was a third.
She couldn't get it. Yeah. So yeah, that was that. So that means that team loses, and now it's time to go into the house.
I
And
said
this is where
this
I get
movie
pissed
sucks. Why? Because Bella
because
is mad.
no, not necessarily because Paula is mad. I'm mad because Kristen is doing the whole "woe is me," like it
Oh,
was my fault. I know I'm going home. Like, yeah, take some
which is not entirely
responsibility, but
true.
fight, girl.
Yeah, that too. I
But I
don't think that it's
also
entirely true that it's her fault though, or that she could say, "Yeah, it's your fault that you couldn't like lock in and pay attention for a second and hear clearly."
mhm.
However, you can't sit here and say, "I lost. I'm the reason that we lost entirely," because you don't know if you did finally get that and it was Paula's turn, if she would have taken just as much time or longer, or if the other team, like you don't really know.
Nah,
So
Shawty, it was you lost. You got completely frazzled
yeah,
and you
you
got lost.
lost,
Like, because at any point, so just as you in the maze and you can't hear at any point, why not just back yourself up and go back towards where you can hear? Like, at least just start trying to follow his voice, and then from there, y'all get some type of
I would have been
motion.
like, "Yo, if I can't hear you, I'm really yell louder. I can't
Or if
hear
you know
you."
that you can't hear, say let me go last or let me go first.
Oh no,
Either go
not let me
first
go
or go
first.
last.
Go last.
No, go
Well, what do you
first
think?
because then if you mess up, at
If you
least
can't
the other
hear,
people know they're gotta be quicker.
if she can't hear, she don't need to be going in the maze. To be
Then you
honest,
should
she
have been
need
the
to be on the
caller.
outside. She should have been the caller. She can yell.
We Hurricane. Forgot to say the name of the episode, but it is called Hurricane.
Kristen, Kristen,
Hurricane
Kristen,
Kristen.
Hurricane
Absolutely.
Kristen, Hurricane Kristen.
Absolutely. So I found it very funny, but I really, really enjoyed this scene with Jill and Davon talking to Kristen, telling her she doesn't need to give up, she needs to fight and all of that. And it was like, it was Jill's idea, but Jill didn't know how she needed to go about it. So she was like, well, that's why we have Davon here. And she's the strategist part of it. But this is my plan. She's the strategist, and I think it helped her a little bit. She just wasn't able to get the numbers. I just think she wasn't able to pull
Yeah,
it off.
at that point, Wendell, Joe, Tech, and Reza, they too tight. They too tight. They all are gonna
Mhm.
at this point vote the same way. And now that CJ's with them, I'm sure she feels indebted to them. So
Absolutely.
also Justin as well. That's that's the entire house. At this point, the girls are just waiting to get picked. But Reza literally sits here and calls Kristen annoying and unpredictable with her outbursts. I was like, dang, now wait a minute. Because where did this come from? They didn't have
Now,
no.
I did my research. I did my research.
Okay, okay,
What
there's more to
we
the story.
hadn't been seen. She was a little emotional in the house. She it was back and forth. It was back and forth, But if you love
Between
her, you
them,
love her. Not necessarily back and forth bantering. It was the emotional outburst, is what everybody keeps saying. I don't know fully what that entails, but it's obviously more than what we're seeing on camera. Like when the cameras go down, there's obviously, some things
hmm,
going on in the home that's making them feel like we
this type of way
she can
about her.
go. Uh-huh. And I
Right.
don't think it was I think it was more so of her and her words maybe geared towards the men, because we'll talk about it in the end. She seems like she was, probably, just when they're sitting at the dinner table, she's probably throwing jabs at the guys about, them
Right.
wanting to get girls out. I don't know, but I just know that from the
Because
little research that I've done,
I was
because
like,
I was
bro, what is
very
you talking
curious. Like,
about?
come on, Resident, like that. I felt like it was a little out left field for him.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, that was I said that is nasty work. Cause what? I was just confused.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we get to the ultimation ceremony, so I can
Oh
stop
wait.
using Malik. Hold on, is I missed something?
Well, it was a little something. Before that, Christian and Jill make good on their part and talk to win. Well, when I say make good, they take action. There we go. And they go and talk to Wendell.
Oh,
And
well, I mean, I covered that in
oh,
a
you did?
roundabout way. I was just like, they told
Oh,
her what she needed to do. She just couldn't pull it off.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
just didn't. Yeah,
yeah. Okay,
it didn't go anywhere. That's why I didn't feel like.
it
Yeah,
didn't. You're
so
right.
now at the elimination ceremony, and I think I kind of given it away already, where I said Kristen wasn't able to pull off the votes. Kristen is the person that is going home with the final vote count was 8-3. Tosh
Oh wait,
says,
did you see that little elephant butt on his car?
no, I didn't look at his but
Uh,
I do know I know he bust out like he had a very big reaction when he opened the car, but I didn't
it said elephant butt, and it was a
oh
picture of
wow.
an elephant with a butt. I'm loving it. I love it. The
Yeah,
cat.
I think you said it on the first one, but yeah, I'm definitely seeing how this show is like a parody of reality shows while
Very
they're
much.
filming a reality show. So I'm actually, you know, Now, if you just take this like super, super serious, this may not be the show for you. But if you just want a good little reality show, competition gaming with some
Yeah,
strategy, some backstabbing to hold you over to the fall
to
show
hold you
come
over.
through, then this is definitely a good show. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I don't personally care
I
about
like it a lot.
the reviews of other people. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself watching this, and I thoroughly enjoyed Hurricane Kristen. Kristen said,
Wait, before we get there, did you look at any outfits?
"No,
Okay.
no, I didn't. I'm sorry."
Well, then on to
It
Hurricane
was it was
Kristen.
the it was just a lot in the episode. I just was actually just for the first time, I was like truly just enjoying the conversations that people were having in this episode.
Yeah,
I don't know.
valid.
I
I mean,
wasn't looking at like
I just
outfits.
the only time it popped up, like the only reason it popped up in my head was because Jill has always looked good, and she was the first person to pop up in the
Mhm.
elimination when the elimination scene started. So I was like, oh, let me. So, but it's okay.
Well, no.
I
Then you
just said,
tell me who did you think looked good
okay.
at
Well,
this
I
for
said
this?
Jill. I said Jill is great. I like what Wendell was wearing. He had a little pattern, either a pattern shirt or a pattern jacket or blazer. I don't know, but I liked it. Um, Justin, had on all pink. This all pink outfit. You don't remember that? The all pink.
Now that I do remember. I do remember that all pink, and that all pink was sick,
I
baby.
thought it was very cute. It was the little ruffle shirt.
It
It
was
was the opera. It's a pink
nasty.
opera shirt.
It was good.
Nasty,
It was
nasty, nasty.
nasty work.
Reza, I like that little jacket that Reza had. He had on this sequin
The little
jacket.
black.
Jacket. It's something like that. Yeah. Um, I like what Tech was wearing. It was just very GQ, like very Tech.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, that was it. And I said Tosh hates the goat too at production.
So Hurricane CJ. Let's get back. Let's
CJ,
just rewind it. Tosh says, CJ, is there anything that you would like to say before I give my closing send
CJ,
off speech? A li- uh, So back to back to can you take us into this scene, please? Take us in.
yes,
Take us
yes,
into this
yes.
scene.
So back to Hurricane Kristen. Not for real. Taj basically is like, Kristen, before you go, is there anything that you would like to say? The usual send off the goat in style. Well, Kristen decided she had a lot of style to leave off. So she basically, first thing first, was like, wait, let me make sure. Yeah. First thing first, she said, well, I don't know exactly what she said, sorry. But she basically just called out all the guys for being like sexist and like basically being against the girls from day one, which low key guys goes kind of crazy because she's over
Y'all are
here.
targeting the men.
Not even that. I said, where did I say it? Kristen is mad that the girls are going home, but she literally voted Tasha off. You were responsible for one of the girls going home, unless she voted for Joe. And no, she didn't.
Oh. And then
So
you go off on CJ for not being about women, and CJ clocks it in her confessional like you're going off on me and your feminism error, but I'm a woman too.
yeah, well, just the fact that you're weaponizing feminism and
Yeah,
using
I
it
didn't
like
like
that
it. I didn't like
is
it.
very
I didn't like
insane.
it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And
Nasty
Alyssa
word.
said it best. we support and uplift women. Now, just because it's not you, don't mean that's not what we do. Come on now.
Just because it's not you. Yeah, and then
Come on now.
first, and then CJ was like, "Has anybody felt personally attacked and victimized by Regina George?"
I love the Mean Girl reference. I
I thought that
absolutely
was
love the Mean Girl reference. It
hilarious.
was very fitting. Very,
I
very
busted
fitting.
out
Wendell
literally. I
called
said,
her category 2.
"Wendell
Reza
did
gave
what?"
her 3. Reza gave Hurricane Kristen a 2. Reza said that was a hurricane category 3. Tosh said that was a tropical storm. My question is, what do you think it was?
Um, that was on what? This is a hurricane.
Of yeah.
Um, Tosh called it a tropical storm.
Yeah, he said it wasn't bad, in other
Well, I
words.
mean, if are we just taking it on a scale of what we seen on the go or what we know from
No,
Kristen?
just what we seen on the go. Just saying it.
Um, from what we seen on the go, yeah, then that was probably like a 3 or a 4. But then she comes back and makes it a 5.
So you think it was a 5? I think she
Well,
tried.
from what we seen, she just went out with a bang. So I'm giving her flowers at the end of
You're
the
so
show.
nice.
I
You're so
tried.
nice. Because I can't give her flowers because it didn't land the way she wanted it to because
It didn't.
Kristen didn't give a darn. Kristen was like, "Can you say that again when the plane go over?" Like
Girl, I said
she was
it must be.
yawning.
I
Like,
said they must be out there near. They must be out there near Hartsville Jackson.
listen, that's exactly what I said. I'm like, "Oh, okay, so y'all over by the airport. Okay, cool."
Right, y'all must be over there recording by the airport. Okay, thank you.
Because
Y'all must be
we
in College
definitely heard
Park.
that plane,
Okay,
unless it was
yeah,
just sound
nobody was
effects,
feeling
but
that.
still. Yeah. So that was it. I give her a category. I give her a category 2 though, because she did go in the house and come back and drive home her point, whether it landed or not. So I'm gonna give her a 2. And you said a 4. But then you said when she came out it was a 5. So okay. All right. Do your big one, Kristen.
Just yeah, do your big one. Just because she did a big one.
Yeah. So then they go back in the house and Jill is not happy. Jill not happy. Jill's like, mm-mm. She's talking to Davon and she like, nah, we gotta do something. Like this not gonna cut it. Like we cannot be picked off one by one like this. Like
Mm-hmm.
we have
And
got
she
to
want
take
Reza
control of this
gone.
game. She wants Reza
She want Reza
gone because
gone.
when they go back in, Reza is talking shit about Kristen. And I understand what Jill said. Like somebody we all just like 30 minutes ago just left. Like, don't do that.
Right. But it seemed like Reza ain't been liking her for about a good couple of days at this point, though.
Yeah. So I mean, get your one off. I don't know. I feel I'm conflicted in that scene, or I'm not even gonna say conflicted. I can see it from both sides, you know. I can see it from Reza's point of view, like the bitch is gone, bye bitch, as he said. And I can see it from Jill's standpoint, you know, this is my friend. I love her, I care about her.
And
Like,
at
you know,
one point,
and
your friend
yeah, true. This is true too. This is true. When at one point
out here
your friend
telling her business, out here
to the
talking about
world.
your boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but that was the end of the episode, guys. It was for me, like I said, a really good episode. It was a lot of moving pieces. I was glad to see, you know, conflict resolution between Kristen and Justin before either one of them were able to leave out of the house. I do like when, you know, I know it's a game, it's a show. We have to make TV, so we're gonna say things. But then I do like when people take off their gaming hat and kind of resolve things when they genuinely hurt somebody's feelings because
Yeah.
we do have to go out of the house. We have to go into the world. And if you know anything about social media, once the public gets it, the fans start going, it just causes a lot. So when you can kind of go ahead and close out the drama, it's really nothing for people to pick up and run with and, continue to bully her for a life that she doesn't really live anymore. So I like that. I like that resolution. I'm very curious to see the dynamic between Wendell and Davon going forward, which we know from previews they are going to get into it, or from the trailer that we saw. You saw the trailer?
At the beginning of the season.
Yeah. So at
Hmm.
least we know they're going to get into it. So we have a little bit more going, but I don't want Reza to go home next week. I do not want Reza. I'm sorry. I am girl power. Yeah, now, but y'all know my allegiance is to Wendell because of Survivor, but I don't want Reza going home. I need Reza to stay till at least episode 9 so that we can still get the confessionals and the laughs, because I don't think anybody else in that cast outside of Jason can really carry that part.
Deliver.
Yeah, because Wendell has no
Yeah.
personality. And he's laid back. I love him. He doesn't. Joe is laid and checked out. Tech Tech and Joe only come alive to win the competition. But in the house, like, they don't give us anything. It's only so much
I was gonna
Jill
say
and
Tay don't
Davon can
even
talk
do that for
about.
real.
So yeah, I don't want Reza to go home.
I
I do
mean,
not
I'm
want to.
indifferent to be honest. I wouldn't be upset if he went home. I wouldn't be upset if he didn't go home. I don't
Then
know.
what are we going to talk about if Reza goes home? Who else is going to bring the comedic relief? If Reza goes home, where is the comedic relief going to be?
I don't know. I find comedic
Exactly.
relief in the show to be low. Reza is now. I will say Reza has had a lot of hilarious, like you said, a lot of funny one-liners.
Mhm.
But I find things that Justin has said funny. I laugh at Tasha's jokes a lot. Surprisingly, they can be very corny sometimes. And then
Yeah.
some of the girls they have like really funny. I just like Jill Sass, and CJ is like, and CJ Sass too. And like Devon's just so real. That shit, I can't.
No.
It's
Mm-mm.
something about this
I
entire
just
cast for
I'm
me.
not ready
I
for
don't
Reza to
know.
go. I'm not. I got my arms folded. I'm not ready I'm
That's it.
not ready for Reza to go. I'm
Well,
gonna
let's
be
hope
really
that
upset next week. I'm gonna be
let's
really
hope that
upset.
your campaign for Reza somehow makes it to the
I
ears
hope
of the
my
next goat.
campaign makes it, because I'm gonna be listen. I'm telling y'all now, I'm gonna be on here with my arms folded, really pissed if Reza goes home. So you ain't gonna even have to watch to the end, because when you turn on the video and my arms folded, you gonna know, oh, Reza must have went home because she's pissed.
So watch the episode before you watch
Sure.
us.
Make sure.
Child.
No, I don't know. Still
Did
watch
you
us,
look at the
whether you
sneak
pissed.
peek for next week?
I did, and I can't remember. It's wasn't it Jill and Reza going at it?
I don't know. I have no idea. But
I
I
just
wouldn't
feel
be
like it's a
surprised it's
campaign.
brewing.
Yeah.
I did. I don't think I watched it. I don't
Oh,
think I was paying attention.
yeah.
That's why I
Mm,
was asking you. I was like, what happened? But I guess I'll find out next week. Shoot.
we will. So what do you before we get out of here, what do you rate, what grade do you give this episode?
I'm gonna give this one a B. This one was very good, but it just wasn't as, up there as the prior three. There
The
was a lot of
past two.
drama. The past three have been like one chef's kiss, and this one was really good. But
It's just
I
missing a little. It was like something,
it's
something.
yeah. I mean, yeah. It just I feel like it really didn't clock in for real until elimination.
Hmm.
Whereas the other episodes there was brewing drama like happening, or like other types of, like Devon was trying to throw a challenge, or Tasha was fucking around and found out, or like some shit happened in the first
Mhm.
episode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was just this was a more calmer, quiet episode.
Yeah,
Not
kind
really
of a
bad.
filler. A
Yeah,
little kind of a
I mean, I
filler.
cut.
Still got the job done, still concept, but just more a little filler than
Yeah,
climax. I do
I
think
feel like
production probably
what
I was gonna say I feel like production probably thought that that Kristen scene was going to, really do it for this episode, but it didn't land because CJ didn't give the reaction that she
mhm.
probably thought she was gonna get, or that they thought they were gonna get. I'm going to give this episode a B minus for the reasons
Ooh.
I just said alone.
I also feel like they kind of wanted something more to come out of the whole trade your immunity for the check,
Hmm.
but Wendell literally won the challenge, so
Yeah, he
nothing
knew
came out
how
of
to
that.
stack a team, so
Yeah,
yeah.
I
But I do
think
like
when
that
they
little
might have shut
twist
themselves in
though.
the foot. It was nice. I
It's-
kind of want something to come out of it next time.
Yeah,
They gonna have
yeah.
production. Y'all gonna have to do. I know y'all not afraid to get your hands dirty, so y'all gonna have to pull some strings and make some things happen.
Hmm. Yeah, very much so.
Not for this season. Leave Wendell and his check alone. I'm talking about next time.
Hmm.
Anyways.
Yeah, well, that's gonna do it, guys. That is pretty much the entire episode. It was good, like we said. Drop down in the comments. Let us know your thoughts about this episode. If you watched it, if you feel like you don't need to watch it because our reviews are thorough enough for you, then let us know that too. Again, as always, I can't talk. Again, as always, I am your girl Shay. This is
Your boy Malik.
And until next time, guys, we'll see you. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up button, guys. Run it up, run it up. See you guys later. Peace.
And turn on that notification.
That part.